A closer look at our top story, 8 people losing their lives during a crowd surge at the Astroworld Music Festival in Houston this weekend. There is now a criminal investigation underway. So let's go back to ABC's Marcus Moore in Houston. Good morning again, Marcus.
Juju, good morning. Again, yes, officials said yesterday that this is not only a criminal investigation, but also a narcotics investigation after 8 people were killed at this venue, including 2 high school students. And this morning, more than a dozen people are in the hospital recovering from their injuries. We know that a crowd of about 50,000 people were here for this concert. And at some point on Friday night, that crowd began to surge the stage. This morning, investigators are investigating or looking into why that happened, and witnesses are describing an absolute scene of terror and chaos to ABC News, saying that they were gasping for air as they were being crushed by the crowd. One woman said that it was like she was drowning as the crowd was crushing there. People were unconscious, and at the same time, others were calling for help. Now, authorities say it took about 40 minutes to stop the concert from the time of the first reports of trouble. And yesterday, officials seemed to defend that, saying that with a crowd so large, many of them young people, if they were to try to shut it down too quickly, that there was a risk of having a riot. Now, a quick word on what we know about the security. Houston police say that there were more than 500 police officers on duty at the time. They were working alongside more than 700 private security guards. And police have confirmed that one of those security guards actually was injured. He was pricked in the neck with a needle while reaching for a concert goer. That security guard was left unconscious. He was actually had to be revived with authorities using Narcan. And officials say that Narcan was administered several times that night. It's unclear how that incident plays into the overall disaster that unfolded here. But Travis Scott took to social media overnight saying that he was devastated, that he never could have imagined anything like this happening. And he said that he's working closely with authorities. A Live Nation that put on this event, they also released a statement saying that they are heartbroken by what happened here. They are also working with authorities, but with this morning, local officials and people across this country this morning say that the families, particularly those who lost loved ones, deserve answers.
They absolutely do. Marcus Moore for us. Thank you so much. We're going to try to dig into this a bit more, talk more about this tragedy with trial attorney Danielle Cohen Higgins. Good morning to you. It's really good to have you. So as Marcus just noted there is a criminal investigation now that is underway. Based on the videos that we've seen and what authorities have already confirmed, do you anticipate there will be charges, and who is most likely to face them?
Listen, it's very early, and there are certainly more questions than answers, and all of our hearts break for these families. But as the videos are coming out, it is clear that this was absolute bedlam. It couldn't possibly be the argument of Live Nation or anyone that produced this concert that what happened 2 days ago was expected. Clearly, there was a derailment in planning. Clearly, there was a derailment in preparation. And currently, the producers of this event, whoever was responsible for putting this on in Houston, Texas, is going to receive the lion's share of blame for the loss of 8 young people's life.
Now, we saw that emotional response on social media from Travis Scott. What responsibility does he have as the performer in this case, and how likely is it that he could face any legal action?
Well, we have to look at Travis Scott in a number of different lights. Are we looking at Travis Scott as the performer or Travis Scott as the producer? Was he a producer in this event? Did he have a hand in planning and preparation? If he did, then liability may fall on him. But regarding 2 nights ago, it doesn't appear as though he did anything to incite the crowd. As a performer, it does not appear that he would have any liability. But if he was a producer, that is very possible. So
another shocking element here that's getting a lot of attention. Police also said there's at least one report of a security guard who may have been jabbed in the neck with a syringe, who was reportedly then treated with Narcan to bring him back to consciousness. They caution that it's still too early to draw conclusions here, but how could this factor into the investigation?
Well, I mean, what were these young people doing? 50,000 people. This is larger than some cities in America. How was this crowd being controlled? What were these young people able to bring into this concert? What kind of needle was this? What was in this needle? What kind of security was in place to prevent exactly this from happening?
And there was this whole buildup. We saw videos of people rushing barricades even before the concert even began. Danielle, thank you so much for your time this morning. We do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.